then yield to my friend, Mr. Mwangi, to take you through the evidence that has been produced in this court. I will begin by looking at a scenario of one gentleman called Abdulaziz Ishan. Abdulaziz Ishan is a property developer who was accused of forcing himself on an 18-year-old girl and was charged in court, the Southwark Crown Court. In his defense, he said that I fell and penetrated her by accident. Now that defense, honorable senators, shocked the world, that he fell and penetrated the girl by accident. It was an obvious lie. It was a lie that everyone would see was a lie. Surprisingly, Mr. Abdulaziz got away with it based on that lie, insulting the intelligence of the very men who are listening and arbitrating over the case. An obvious lie that you can fall, slide, and have penetration take place. Whereas that is not the case here, we began by giving senators an indication of what they would be treated to by the deputy governor. An obvious lie. And we said that the deputy governor will come before you and look you straight in the eyes and lie to you. He has not disappointed. He looked you straight in the eye and gave very obvious lies that amount to insulting everyone's intelligence, with all due respect. Honorable members of the Senate, what then are you supposed to do with that kind of a witness? Who will come before you amidst the weight of evidence, amidst facts, and still take you through a lie and want you to believe them? And I started by saying that is the kind of witness that you should be angry at, that you should exercise anger at. You have that right. That moment, honorable senators, has come for you to tell the deputy governor that he had a duty to ensure that he speaks the truth. And even where he has difficulty speaking the truth, let that lie not be the kind that insults the intelligence of honorable senators. You had the opportunity to see the witnesses. You had the opportunity to hear the witnesses. You had the opportunity to analyze and question every statement from the witnesses. You can tell, honorable senators, that those witnesses were not credible, they were not truthful, they were not honest. How do you analyze a lie? You look at the presentation of facts and ask yourself, based on the conduct of the witness, based on logic, based on, the way we all perceive things, does that make sense? When the deputy governor stands before you on oath, having lifted the Bible, and tells you, number one, that he does not know Dennis Misati. Yet, that is the son to his 32-year-old good friend. A friend that they have done each other favors, a friend that they have visited each other, mourned together, celebrated together, but he does not know Dennis. But he wants you to believe that somehow on 28th of May, Dennis, in the company of his father, visited him, and they sat at a distance and were not privy to the conversation. and that the only role Dennis performed that day was to pay a debt that his father owed him. Honorable Senators, these are not 5-year-old children we are talking about, not 10-year-old children we are talking about. We are talking about married men with their families in the company of their father to visit the deputy governor. One of the sons that the deputy governor disowns as not having a personal relationship with. So then one would ask, what was the essence of the meeting? What was the essence of that visit? It must have been towards what Dennis was saying. It cannot be anything else. Honorable Senators, when the deputy governor stands before you, a man of serious qualifications, serious titles, and he tells you that he is able to operate his mobile banking, that he is able to operate the M-Pesa app, but he does not know how to reverse money. That he received 100,000, rather that he received money from Dennis, wrongly sent it to Lucy, but somehow does not understand the procedure of reversing that money. Is that equivalent to the defense that was given by that gentleman who forced himself on that girl? 2 days after that money was erroneously sent, the deputy governor has not visited any Safaricom shop. The deputy governor has not even talked to his aide because he is entitled to one. He has not talked to his personal secretary to assist him with a simple reversal. And he wants honorable senators representing the entire country to believe that lie. That is not a lie that you can afford to fall for. The deputy governor comes before you and tells you that yes, I had spoken to Dennis' father for this employment favor, that yes, I approached Lucy seeking for this favor, that yes, I received money which he now terms as the payment of debt, and 30 minutes after receipt of that money, sends that money to Lucy by mistake. Now, logic dictates that the chain that is being talked about has not been broken. There is a clear trace of the intention of the money, the person who is supposed to procure that money, the person who is receiving that money first of all, and sending to that specific person. Why isn't it that these 100,000 could not be sent to a Jane, a random Joyce, just a random person? That would have been a lie that would have made sense. But to look you straight in the eyes and tell you that that money was not meant for that purpose, without debunking the entire chain, it's a lie. It's an insult to everyone's intelligence. His key witness, the father, to Dennis, again, is unable to explain why there was need to transfer money from his wife's account to Dennis and back to the deputy governor. And he tells you, he wants you to believe that he wanted to express love to the son by sending him money to go and withdraw, then hand it over to the deputy governor. I do not know how expressions of love are nowadays, but I do not think that senators are able to buy into that. That he gave the son the responsibility of withdrawing the money because the son was quick enough to go to Keombo market, withdraw the money, and come back when he had a driver who can run that errand. But somehow he wants you to believe that the son would have walked or ran faster than his own driver. He operates an M-Pesa shop, he confirms, but does not tell you why that money could not be withdrawn from his own M-Pesa. Obvious lies. Lies that cannot be allowed to go on record. For that reason alone, then you need to tell the governor that he has breached the leadership and integrity code as we know it, that he cannot be trusted with leadership if he can look you straight in the eye, honorable members, and lie to you when you can tell clearly that it's a lie. I can go on and on with the lies, but you've had the benefit of listening to the lies. Do not allow your intelligence to be insulted. I will invite my learned friend, Mr. Mwangi, to take you through the evidence that was produced in this court, in this Senate, and how the County Assembly of Kisii has been able to prove all the 4 charges against the Deputy Governor. Thank you so much.
Honorable Speaker and members of the Senate, my name is Mwangi Ndegwa. I will be dealing with the evidence that has been produced, and I'll also briefly touch on the obvious truths. Members of the Senate, the County Assembly has been able to produce before you trails and transactions indicating and showing how money exchanged hands from Joseph and Dennis to the Deputy Governor, and how the same money finally found its way to the Managing Director of Guasco for purposes of serving its purpose. Honorable members, it all began with the obvious truths. Joseph Misiati approached the Deputy Governor, and the Deputy Governor has agreed to that and confirmed on oath. The Deputy Governor also confirms that he reached out to Lucy, seek